there are few sanctions. For example, one of the things that I always mention in this, even with them, for example, we were denied since 2006 to get any spare part, not planes, any spare part to our aircraft in the military. That includes F-16s, fighter jet, no doubt, but also includes Hercules, which is a big plane that we use for humanitarian missions, for example. Or Tucanos, the Broncos. Broncos is an OV-10 that you use to control borders, because it's a very flexible aircraft that helps you. And the problem with Venezuela and in Latin America is we have 2,000 miles of border in the jungle with Colombia, not to say another 1,000 or more that we have with Brazil when there are problems like illegal production of gold, destroying the forests, etc. But we were denied the access to spare parts, so we have to ground our aircrafts because it was a sanction, because Venezuela, according to the administration, was not fully cooperating with the US in the fight against terrorism. Even a person like Senator Lugar, that you can never say that Senator Lugar has been a friend of Chavez or a friend of us, is a moderate Republican, but is a strong man in his position. He has said once and again that he is against the political use of sanctions. Because who can be against fighting human trafficking? No one. But then you create a whole set of sanctions when the State Department determines that you are not doing enough, whatever, in the human trafficking. But State Department is not an impartial organization. State Department is a political organization that represents the national interest of the US, and that's fine. It's exactly as our foreign ministry. Our foreign ministry cannot be an impartial body because it's there to promote and enhance the national interest of Venezuela and the government of Venezuela. And you probably know better than me that there is a lot of strong reactions against all this unilateralism of being, accusing people or determining that people do things or they don't do things, whatever. And, for example, this is another sanction which is in place. US cannot support any request of Venezuela in financial requests of the government of Venezuela in any of the international financial institutions. And the only thing they can do is to support money for what they call democracy promotion in countries. In the case of Venezuela, it's financing NGOs or institutions that they consider that promote democracy in the US. But the thing is that, as I said to them, they have to understand the context. This is the context of the relationship. We are not, I always remember that to them, we are not using that, because, and I said to them, we are not going to do anything. This is up to you. This is a unilateral decision you have taken. I'm not going to spend $1 in lobbying or, I'm not going to be negotiating with you just because I want to be out of these sanctions or whatever. This is your problem. But of course, it's something that we understand that exists and we have to deal with.